Today is Sunday. I drove about 6 or 7 hours. Left Canada around 11 o'clock, so 9 to 11 took me to get to the US border in Port Huron. The weather was very bad, very bad. It was raining. I think it's probably that huge hurricane that now is coming to Florida. Saw quite a few accidents. Cars in ditches, you know, spun around, cops everywhere. But I drove slow, you know, as usual, just like 91, 92 kilometers an hour. And thanks to Alan from Keswick, still using his gloves. And that's the guy who gave me all those gifts, you know, and this cool hat, the retired plumber. And he called me a couple of days ago. He says, Sergey, I saw in your video you're coming to the trailer plant next week. I said, yeah. He says, oh, I made you some couple of things that you can use for flags. And actually I was thinking about this. So what he did, he bought a couple of, you know, those magnets, like you see sometimes guys have a little magnet and then you can attach a flag. Like sometimes there's a spot where, you know, like in some states they like to see flags on wheels. Let's say if you're hauling a big wheel loader, and of course the wheels are sticking out, so they want to see flags on each wheel. And I usually use the valve, but sometimes you have a nowhere to attach the flag, you know, and these magnets come in handy, but they're so expensive. I see them at truck stops. And so Alan says, hey, I made you some basically like an assembly. He attached something to the magnet, so he bought some flags. So I'm gonna get those magnets with flags already, so which is pretty cool. And so yeah, that's what it looks like. You see over here, yeah, there are some clouds, but blue sky, like the sun is shining. I'm telling you, like for the first probably 4 or 5 hours it was a constant rain, a very dangerous slippery surface. But then when I entered Indiana, so now I'm in Indiana. This is I-80 toll, and this is you know, I found this rest area on Google Maps before, like, you know, when I was doing my homework where to spend the night. So I found this one, and then there's the next one, but the next one is closer to my shipper, but there's no exit. Then you have to go past the shipper, come back, so it's like actually more miles than here. And here I'm about 40 miles away from my shipper. So I'm gonna get up at like 6 o'clock and get trucking, right? So but today I still haven't done my permits. You know, I gotta fill out and file my permits so that my permit broker, you know, when they show up tomorrow Monday in the office, so that they can see my application. So for now the plan is to do some exercises, because I didn't feel like doing anything in the morning, and I got up at 6, went to Starbucks, spent a couple of hours, like an hour there, you know, doing research, did the bill of lading, did the invoice, and what was it yesterday? I don't remember, but no, this time. But yeah, I did go to Starbucks, and then I parked the car in my parking lot, called Uber. Uber took me to the truck stop where my truck was, because this time I did not disconnect the Jeep. And I checked my you know, e-log, signed whatever needed to be signed, and started trucking. And so yeah, 2 hours later I was at the border. An interesting thing happened. There's a coffee shop, or like a mini bistro, like a mini restaurant or deli inside there, and they can make some food. And I'm thinking, okay, wait a second, so what do I eat now? Like, I don't eat sandwiches anymore. What kind of protein can I get? And you know, just the easiest thing is like eggs, right? And I said, excuse me, can you make any eggs And then she says, yeah, we have these sandwiches with eggs. I said, no, I just want eggs. Just can you like prepare eggs and put them on a plate? And she says, how many would you like? I said, I don't know, 4 or 5. And she said, oh my, like that's a lot, you know. And then 5 eggs were $4 Canadian. I said, okay, I think I have $4. But then I got water. A bottle of water was $2. So I don't understand the economics of this. Like 5 eggs cooked in a microwave, but she gave me a couple of tips. Like now I know how to do it myself in the hotel. They don't stick. Like, and she was using like regular porcelain cups, and she told me a little secret how to make eggs not to stick to porcelain, and they cook much faster. I said, how many minutes are you putting them in? And she told me the minutes, so now I know all the secrets how to quickly cook eggs and make them look good. So she charged me $4.50 I think cents for 5 eggs. It was a lot. I think she gave me more than 5 because I had difficulty finishing those eggs, you know, like scrambled eggs with pepper and salt, no bread, no nothing, just eggs. It was pretty tasty because I was very hungry. I didn't eat anything in the morning, and this was like 11 o'clock. And then $2 something for the water, but I didn't have any water, right? So now I bought this. That's my favorite. I buy this smart water. I don't know, it just for me tastes much better than regular water. Anyway, so the plan now is to go and throw my kettlebell around, and then we're gonna attach these hooks to the chains, and that should be relatively easy. So that's my my rig is over there. So I see that this time I decided not to disconnect anything, mostly because I need this for the hooks. I didn't disconnect anything mostly because you know, after this, right, I'm going to the trailer plant to talk about the Jeep, right? And so I wanted to show them like the gap between the Jeep and the trailer and the fifth wheel, right? All right, my kettlebell should be somewhere here. But anyway, just to as a reminder, because before I just showed you guys the drawing, right? And so the main 3, so that's the Jeep, right? So you have the kingpin of the Jeep is here, right? And that's the fifth wheel of the truck, right? And the second important thing is this. That's the fifth wheel of the Jeep, right? So as you can see, I never moved it even once because I need it over here. I cannot move it anymore because it's already close here. But anyway, there's no glider, no slider anymore, right? And so that's one distance. One important distance is trailer kingpin to Jeep kingpin, and then this one. No, and then this one, this distance to this axle, to the center of this axle, like here. Those are the 2 most important measurements. And then the third one is just a sum of this and this, right? So first axle to the kingpin on the trailer, and then kingpin on the trailer to the fifth wheel on the truck, right? And because it was supposed to be a long neck Jeep designed for my truck, as you can see I have 4 axles, right? So to properly load this axle, let's say if I want to run with 10 axles, right, and I want to move the weight to the front, this thing has to be somewhere just past the center, right? So we have 3 axles, so you want to be just somewhere like here, like that side. This thing has to be somewhere here, just, you know, like 6-7 inches ahead of the center, and that would be perfect. But I cannot do it, so basically I need I don't know, maybe like 16 inches, but I cannot go any further because I will hit this. Why? Because the Jeep's neck is too short, and that's what I was trying to say on that video about the on the drawing. So this has to be long, this spot has to be longer, the neck of the Jeep has to be longer, and this side has to be longer. So these wheels should be away, so then you don't have this gap. You see this? This is not normal. So this thing has to be here, 12 inches from here, 12 inches, not 30. Right? And so that's what we are trying to accomplish. I don't know how they will do this, but this is not a Jeep for my truck. Does not work properly. Push-ups, bent row, and squats. So the next one is called high pull, and the one after that, what is that? Not a jerk. Anyway, it's when you raise the kettlebell to the shoulder. Very useful, like exercises all muscles, legs, back, arms. Oh, I think it's called clean, kettlebell clean. That would be the last one. This is high pull. This is very good for the back and the shoulders. the last one, very difficult on the stamina. You breathe like a horse after that one, after the clean. That's it. That's all I do. Just one repetition. Just, you know, keep the blood flowing. Thing I want to do is attach these hooks so I can use this new chains comfortable? You okay there? All right. Trying to attach the pin away from the hook so that if you put it something, you know, close to the frame here, that it doesn't damage the hook. Easy. So the hooks are from, and the chain are from My Tape products, and I cannot say I'm very impressed with how they shipped. It took them 2 days, and they split the shipment into two. Like the hooks I got after I got the binders and the chain. First one looks nicer. That will work. Alright, let's just hide them in. There should be Starbucks inside, even though I already had a bunch of coffee today, but I can never say no to Starbucks. So yeah, we're gonna do something about this, right, when I come back, and then after this we're gonna take care of that. And these are the new chains that I bought. Remember those that were like 250 bucks for the 2 chains, 2 binders, and the cheetah bar. And these are the blocks that held the weight of that 120,000 pound monster. And I was shaking the trailer, I didn't see any problems anywhere. So as you can see, everything is massive over here. I like this 60 ton. Oh, by the way, I'm running with 2 axles in the air, because if you remember, I changed these, right? I have the biggest shim in here, and that of course raises the deck, but that's fine for this heavy load. But for the next load I might change them again, but at least now I have the wrenches, but I will need to change them, otherwise. You see what it does? It pushes this down. See how this goes in? And so it raises this, and of course makes the deck too tall. But now, yeah, this one is in the air and this one is in the air. So I'm just riding on 2 tires. And I might need to do something about this. I really don't like this. You see this curve, right? It's negative curve, right? It's supposed to be, and again, you see this happens like this. It happens because of that shim. Like the shim is very big now, and it creates this angle in here. And I put in that small yellow shim in here, right? But I didn't put anything in here. So I was thinking I might put either yellow or blue, and that's relatively easy to do. All I gotta do is just drop the front of the trailer and drain the air over here, and then these should go down, and then this will open here the gap, and should release the pressure on these, and then I can just put the shim in there, but we'll see. Yeah, the trailer is covered in oil. and that's where that all the weight was sitting here. So these are super strong. You gotta see how they're, it's not like welded on this side, it goes straight through and has this massive thing, and this is all part of this. See this and here, and then also what helped is that this axle was here, was pushing the same. It's also reinforced, as you can see. It was pushing in here, so there was a lot of support for that weight when the axles were together. When there was a spreader bar here, the rig was much weaker, you know. And by the way, some people were saying that this kind of like looks weird, but this is the most typical configuration in Ontario. People run with a quad trailer, 4 axles, no boosters, and a Jeep, and sometimes with 4 axles. Basically that's how we roll over there, because they give us lots of weight on the back on 4 axles. No spreader, no booster is needed. So the rest area is full. People on vacation, I guess. And you have to wear a mask. Is closed, Sparrow is closed, so let's open it. Popeye Chicken and 7-Eleven. So I didn't get lucky with Starbucks, but 7-Eleven had one of those machines where, you know, you can make fresh coffee, where it's just, you know, it tastes as good as espresso. And also I found that's gonna be my dinner. I found this cheese, and this cheese has 0 carbs, which means 0 sugar, which means 0 lactose. So this one I can eat, and it's not giving me any headaches. So that's the dinner for the captain today. So thanks for watching. We'll do another update tomorrow once I have that thingy on the deck.